And so monotheism will be revolutionary, have revolutionary consequences for history, for consciousness, but it will also come with a lot of new burdens. Okay, so there's a lot of positive things that come with monotheism or a monistic type sort of attitude, but then there's going to be other things that have to be dealt with, and you want to try to look, think about those things as you're going through the story. Uh, Continuing motifs, monotheism as struggle. Okay, so again, this is a birth moment of monotheism. This is a revolutionary moment in monotheism. Um, and Hebraic monotheism or Judaic monotheism is largely centered around the idea of struggle rather than salvation or submission, as we see in the later monotheisms. So it's the struggle to get the faith. It's not faith as something which is done and which is perfected, right? It is really showing, how to get to this moment. So um, if you want to show struggle, usually, it's pretty messy. And this second part of the story is going to be a very messy story, right? In terms of uh, how we perceive the idea of faith. I think we like to think of faith in a solemn way, a serious way, um, and and then something of in a very moral way too as well. But we're going to have stories that really challenge those sort of preconceptions here. But I think that again can be attributed to the whole idea of the idea of struggle, that the text is not making it easy for us to sort of get this idea of monotheism or embrace it. And that's the whole point, right? That the text is that we struggle along with the story just as the characters are struggling to get to monotheism. So there's something really to keep in mind as we're reading it. Um, Abraham versus Jacob, you want to compare the two patriarchs. They're very different. Jacob um, is known as the trickster patriarch, right? And he's sort of, there's a trickster tradition that goes throughout human culture and literary traditions, right? The trickster who um, does, some pretty, questionable things, but is the one who is needed at the time.